It's LeGarrette Blunt here, man, 3-time Super Bowl champion. I just want to give you a shout out to the YouTube channel, Micro Mike, man.
Eddie Murray, former Detroit Lion. Make sure you watch Micro Mike on YouTube.
Calvin Johnson Jr. here, a.k.a. Megatron. Big shout out to Micro Mike and the YouTube channel, man.
Keep on talking everything Detroit Lions, and I just got to remind you, man, happy wife, happy life.
The Detroit Lions versus the New Orleans Saints. Lions offense versus the Saints. What are key matchups you want to see in this matchup scenario on Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern time?
Well, I would like to see Kenny Galladay doing what he did against Arizona, and that was helping everybody get more open. There's no press coverage. Marvin Jones Jr., even though he didn't have a spectacular game, he still made plays. And yeah, exactly what the Dern said. He made clutch plays at the right time. That's the Kenny Galladay effect. You lose him, you're going to lose that aspect of our offense. And that is that clutch factor. So I want to see us I want us to be able to get that clutch factor again. And to continue, build on what you did last week. You know, if you're gonna go out there and beat Arizona, build on that.
Yes.
Now you got a bigger competition. You got Drew Brees, the first ballot Hall of Famer.
Facts.
Get him on the ground.
Facts. Yeah, it's definitely going to be something to pay attention to. The Dern offensive matchups regarding our offense versus New Orleans Saint defense. What is some key matchups you'd like to tell the folks out there that you're paying attention to and maybe they should keep their eye on?
Well, the Saints are a bottom 5 team versus tight ends. They have given up a lot of yards, points, for fantasy-wise at least, to tight ends. So I expect Hawkinson to have a good game and maybe Jesse James again. We might see another sighting. A good matchup to watch would be Adrian Peterson versus that run defense, because I don't think they've been that great versus the run either. And I think the Lions came out and said AP was going to be our starting back, and he'll get the majority of the carries from now on.
As he should.
Right.
Definitely.
He's earned it.
I definitely believe that the Detroit Lions need to keep giving Adrian Peterson the ball. And specifically the matchup here is the Lions run game versus the New Orleans Saints defensive line. Can they get in between the tackles? I already believe that the offensive line of the Lions can do their job, but can the running backs squeeze and gain those essential yards that we did last week? I think when it comes to running the football, folks, it's extremely important to be consistent through not just the first, the second, and the third, but the fourth quarter. Will we be able to be consistent and do this against the New Orleans Saints? They got the Cameron Jordans out there. They got some players, and this is a matchup that I'm paying attention to, Travis Trox. So what do you think about our running game versus New Orleans Saints defensive line linebacking core?
Well, I like the matchup, but I will say this. You got to keep an eye out on their defensive line. Their defensive line is actually quite stellar. You got Cameron Jordan. You got, I can never say that other guy's name. Ayamati or something like that. The defensive tackle. So you're gonna have to finesse him a little bit. But with Adrian Peterson, he's gonna be able to. He needs to smash mouth them, put him on their backside, and I think if you show your will, I think that's going to prevail the offense to start like, okay, we got to rally around this effort. Mm-hmm. I'm a guy that I love second effort. That's why I like seeing Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His second effort is stellar. So seeing stuff like that, that's what I want to see Adrian Peterson do. I mean, I know that's a lot to ask for a 35-year-old. I would rather see that out of DeAndre Swift or Kerryon Johnson, but whoever's in at running back got to have great second effort. And I think if we do that, we have a possibility to win.
Consistently run the football is extremely important, and it really keeps Drew Brees on the sideline. I think we got to emphasize this. Keep their offensive weapons because Michael Thomas is going to be back, and I can guarantee you he will want to use him. And if we consistently run the football, we'll keep those two on the sideline. Again, for me, also, just like the Dern was saying, is TJ Hockenson and Jesse James, may I add, exploit the middle of the New Orleans Saints. Let's utilize these tight ends. Let's continue to feed TJ Hockenson. He's having a great year. And let's get Jesse James more involved like we did last week. If we do that,
Mike Tyson punch out.
Downs. What's that?
Mike Tyson punch out.
Mike Tyson punch out. Thank you very much. And Mike Tyson did punch out.
All righty.
And so I would like to look for that as well. TJ Hockenson's had a really good year. I want to see consistently. And folks, in 15 minutes, we are going to go to you for questions. #Lions, and you will get your question answered. #Lions, and we will answer your question. It doesn't matter what the question is. And I see we got King Joffrey in here. What's going on? If I have not shouted you out, let me know. I may have not seen somebody, but that's okay. And another matchup, obviously, is Matthew Stafford. I want to see what Matthew Stafford is going to bring here regarding getting the ball out in the pocket it needs to be, because we've seen him throw the ball a little bit over the target, a little bit behind Trucks. And what do you want to see out of Matthew Stafford versus the New Orleans Saints here?
I want to see a guy that really wants to win the MVP. He went out before the season started, told Nate Burleson, y'all can forget about the dark horse. I want that MVP. So go out there and prove it. This is your chance. This is a big game. This is a game that you can go 2-2 heading into your bye week. We have never came into a bye week with a victory. So this is your big moment. If you're going to make a statement, to Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is that time. Matthew Stafford, take care of the football. Get your guys open. If you see pressure coming, throw it out of bounds. Live to fight another down. And let's go out and move that football. Let's show that you are ready for that MVP trophy.
Michael Webb Campbell, he says, congrats on the podcast, guys. Well, thank you very much for stopping in. We appreciate you. It really means a lot because we put a lot of work into this. And so by everybody stopping in and taking their time, we truly appreciate it. And Dern, what do you want to see out of Matthew Stafford from week 1, 2, 3, and now to 4 against the New Orleans Saints?
Oh, you're muted.
You're good.
1 second. Okay, sorry. I just want to clarify something really quick. I was mistaken. The Saints are actually the 6th best against the run, so I was wrong with that. I apologize. I was just looking up stats and I noticed that. But Stafford, I think I was watching the Fantasy Footballers earlier, and they said that he was one of their starts of the week because they're bad against the pass. That was my mistake. So he should have a pretty good game.
I want to see Matthew Stafford. I'm watching his throwing motion, and this is what I've been paying attention to. This is because of his spine injury that he's sustained. I've been watching the last couple of weeks where I feel like the ball has been overthrown and not generally placed in the spot he used to put the balls. Last week, though, he made a couple really strong throws. I felt like he stepped into the pocket and he really threw the ball like he used to. I want to see if he does that again this Sunday. I was a little bit worried before the Arizona game. Is Matthew Stafford kind of using his back as a crutch here because the balls weren't being thrown the way we used to seeing them? However, in Arizona, he did light it up a little bit. Very strong arm throw. So this is what I'm paying attention to. I'm looking for his throwing motion. I'm looking for how fast the ball gets out of his hands and the ball placement in the windows. He's 32, but again, he's had 2 years of spine injury, Travis Troxel.
Absolutely. It's not easy having a quarterback with 2 spinal injuries. My biggest fear is he's going to pull an Andrew Luck because of those back injuries.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to keep him upright. I think the Detroit Lions have done a relatively good job at that. You know, I've actually seen Matthew Stafford almost like this, and that for a few minutes, and then get back to and then make the throw motion. You know, I haven't really seen Matthew Stafford be able to hold the ball like this, scan the field, get back into on his toes, and then make the throw down the field. I haven't really ever been able to see that in his 10th year, 11th year, something like that, 12th year. I haven't seen that. And this is the first time that I'm actually able to see that. So my shout out goes to that offensive line. Keep protecting the quarterback, and we can try to go out and make some plays.
Alien Source, welcome. We talked about TJ Michael already, but we will talk about it because in 10 minutes, you guys run the show. You'll ask us the questions, and we will answer. So, Michael, I will talk about TJ Hawkinson in 10 minutes. But we're going to switch now and talk about how you need to hit that notification button. Why do you want to hit that notification button? Because guess what? On Sunday, the live stream play-by-play on my channel, Detroit Lions versus New Orleans Saints. And if you want to do a watch party as well, jump over to Travis Troxel Sports Talk because he'll be doing the live watch party for the Lions as well. So hit that notification button so you do not miss out. Let's switch it up and talk about Detroit Lions defense versus New Orleans Saints offense. The Dern. What is matchup you want to pay attention to for the Lions defense versus New Orleans Saints high-powered octane offense?
I really want to see the injury report. Is Trufant going to play? Is Michael Thomas going to play?
Yeah.
I need to see that first in order to really answer this question. But I want to see how Patricia deals with Alvin Kamara.
Yeah.
Because he's been a monster. I kind of like our chances because Breeze isn't a mobile quarterback, and that's what we have problems with is mobile quarterbacks. He's older. I'm not going to disrespect any older gentleman. Mm-hmm. He's still a great quarterback, but he doesn't move from the pocket very often. So I'm hoping players like Julian Alquara get more of a chance because he's pretty much just a rush the passer guy at this point in time. So if we can rattle him a little bit and stop Kamara, I like our chances.
Travis Troxel Sports Talk. What is a matchup you want to see? Detroit Lions defense versus New Orleans Saints potent offense. Regardless, even though they're only ranked 19, they still got a potent offense.
Well, I'm going to go on another little rant.
Jeez, here we go.
I am tired of seeing our high-tagged free agent, Danny Shelton, who I wanted, get exposed for not stopping the run, putting pressure on the run game. This is your week that if you don't do your job, I don't want nothing to do with you anymore. You're on the trade block for me. Right now, you're in my head getting traded. After this week, you will get I will be speaking that into existence because I am tired of us spending money and having you get exposed. It seems like that's the Detroit Lions way, and I get sick and tired of that. I want to see if we go out in free agency, go get a high tag guy, go out there and perform. Mm-hmm. You got one job. And in fact, here's this for you.
Dude, you've got one job.
Apply pressure up the middle to close out that gap to where your other guys, your outside linebackers, your defensive ends, all these guys can get to the quarterback or stop the run. I'm tired of getting rushed up the gut. That's supposed to be the strongest point of your defense is right up the middle. Mm-hmm. Because if you're getting gutted up the middle, you got a poor defense. So I want to see Danny Shelton ball out this week. Because you got a big talent in Alvin Kamara.
I want to see those thumbs up because right now we got 50 in the chat with 35 thumbs up. Let's get 50 thumbs up. I think we can do it. We can get a 50. Come on, man. Show that one pride, that Kool-Aid, Honolulu blue and silver pride by smashing that like button, getting it up to 50. The defense is what I'm paying attention to a lot because we sucked week 1 and week 2, but we did make improvement week 3. We got 3 turnovers and we could have had 4 turnovers. What are the Lions going to do against a good offense here? Can we be consistent? Can this defensive line get pressure on Drew Brees, who now, I think if we get pressure on him, he can make some bad throws. I think it can happen. Can Penasini consistently do what he did last week? Stop the run and show a little bit of life on the defensive line. Where's Trey Flowers? We need you to get some pressure, Trey. We paid you a big contract. I'm paying attention to Jamie Collins. Can he do what he did last week? Can he be able to stop Alvin Kamara? Can this linebacking core, the defensive line, the front 7, be able to stop Alvin Kamara? Because Alvin Kamara is a monster among men. Alvin Kamara is a beast among men. And we got to slay that beast. We got to be able to make sure that he does not run 150 yards on this defensive line. Because if he runs 150 yards, we're going to get an L. The way this guy runs and his speed is outstanding. So watch for Jeffrey Okudah, who's got lightning speed and reaction, to see if he tries to stop Alvin Kamara on the outside. When he runs on the outside, you're going to see Jeff Okudah try to challenge that. Watch where Jeff Okudah is on the field, and he is covering and mirroring whoever he's covering, because that was something I was paying attention to in the film, his coverage and mirroring the wide receiver. We'll see what's going to take place. It's a big game. If Michael Thomas is out there, I hope we got him. I hope we got a safety thrown that way, because this guy can run.